Hi, Gladiola Wolfpack. This is Principal Corpus. So excited to read to you today. To close off our transition of Native American History Month, I'm going to read to you What's My Superpower by Aviaq Johnston, illustrated by Tim Mack. And maybe you're thinking, do you have a superpower? Maybe you're drawing the connection to a favorite superhero. And maybe you're wondering, if I had a superhero power, what would it be? Our author dedicates this book to a friendship of a superhero mother and daughter. In a little house in the very middle of a small town where winter is always longer than summer, a little girl named Nalvana lived with her mother. Nalvana loved everything about her small town. She loved the quiet roads with lots of space to play hide and seek and tag and street hockey. She loved to ride her bike without worrying about cars coming down the road like big monsters. Anana, Nalvana said to her mother one day, if I had a superpower, I could fight big monsters, you know. Yes, Panik, her mother replied, as she stroked Nalvana's hair. Do you think I'll ever have a superpower? Nalvana asked. I don't know, Panik. Maybe, her mother said with a smile. Nalvana always thought about what it would be like to have superpowers. Everywhere she went, she wore a yellow cape made from a blanket and a pair of snowmobile goggles resting on her head. On the first day of school, Nalvana was in gym class when a boy named Davide ran to the gym so quickly he was just a blur. All the other kids tried to race him, but he was faster than all the kids in the class. Davide, you have a superpower, Nalvana excitedly told him. You can run faster than a ski-doo. That's a snowmobile. Do you think that's true? Davide asked her, beaming. I know it's true, said Nalvana, but I wonder what my superpower is. Nalvana went home after school and told her mom all about Davide. He was so fast, he almost burned the floor of the gym, Nalvana told her. He was like the wind on a blizzardly day. Wow, he really must have had super speed, her mother replied. If Davide has a superpower, does that mean I can have a superpower too? Nalvana asked. I'm sure we'll find out soon, her mom said. Nalvana imagined herself flying in the sky or talking to animals or even breathing underwater. The days began to grow colder, but that did not stop Nalvana from going to her playground to play with her friends. One day, Nalvana saw her friend Mata swinging so high that it looked like she was going to loop around the swing set. Nalvana and her friends all stared at Mata, amazed. Then suddenly, Mata was flying from the swing. She landed so far that Nalvana was sure that Mata had flown through the air. You can fly, Nalvana said. Mata smiled widely. Really? She asked. Of course, Nalvana said. If you keep practicing, someday you'll be able to fly all the way around the world. When Nalvana went home that day, she told her mom about the amazing flying girl she had seen at the playground. She was flying? Her mom asked. Well, she was jumping very far, Nalvana explained, but I think she'll be able to fly for real if she keeps trying. Nalvana started jumping around the house, off the couch and the tables, trying to see if she could be like Mata. I don't think your superpower is flying, Panik, her mom said, but don't worry. We'll figure out what your special talent is soon. The next day, Nalvana and her friends brought their sleds to the big hill next to their school to go sliding. Nalvana's cousin, Jonasi, was already at the top of the hill building an inuksuk. All across the top of the hill, there were snow sculptures of animals and snowmen and even a whole igloo. Jonasi, did you make these? Nalvana asked. Yup, all of them. Even the polar bear right there. It was easy. What else can you make? She asked. Anything. I can make a caribou and maybe even a monkey, and I can make things out of rocks and even ice. Is it your superpower to make things? Nalvana asked. Can you build whatever you think of? Yup, he replied. I can build anything. Nalvana told her mom all about Jonesy's superpower. Panique, didn't you know that Jonasi's dad was the superpower too? Jonasi is going to be a carver, just like his father. Does that mean I have that superpower too? Nalvana asked. I never tried to build anything before. Why don't you try it out? Her mom said. Nalvana tried to build an Anuksuk out of her blocks, but it fell over. She tried to make a house out of her Legos, but it was too hard. She sighed. I guess it's not my superpower. Her mom hugged her tight. I'm sure we'll figure it out soon, Punny. Nalvana kept finding friends who had superpowers whenever she went out to play. When she went swimming in the spring, she met a boy named Adarni who could hold his breath underwater longer than anyone else. They were playing games in the water, and Nalvana wanted to see who could hold their breath the longest. She thought she had been underwater for minutes, but after she ran out of breath and came out of the surface, Adami stayed underwater for much longer. When he finally came up, Nalvana said, You can hold your breath for a really long time. That must be your superpower. Do you think so? Adami said. I know so, Nalvana said. Cool. I'm like half fish. Nalvana was happy for her friends. They had all found things they were good at. She liked to tell them they had superpowers, and she liked to see them smile. They all seemed so happy to have a special talent. But Nalvana wished she knew what her superpower was. Anana, Nalvana said when she came home from school one day. I still don't know what my superpower is. Am I ever going to figure it out? Her mom gave her a big smile. I think I know what your superpower is, Panik. Nalvana looked up at her mom, excited but confused. What is it? Can I fly like Mata? Or am I really strong? No, Panik, can't you see? Her mother asked as she hugged Nalvana close. Your superpower is making people feel good about themselves. Nalvana smiled. I think that's a good superpower to have, she said. And look, so here's what I learned from our story. Our superpower and talents can be the gift we give other people by encouraging, by complimenting, and by saying kind things and recognizing their talents. What I enjoyed about this book is the new vocabulary. Anana means mother. Igloo is a snow house. Inukshuk is a sculpture made of rocks piled on top of each other. And Panik means daughter. Maybe you and your family have special words for each other as well. So to tell you a little bit about the author, this came out in 2000. The author wrote her first book in 2017. She's won prizes, but above all else, she teaches us that we all have superpowers within our own control. Thank you, my friends. Have a wonderful day and make it great.